Many of the stories in the Gospels don't seem to make sense at first glance. The parables didn't make sense to most of its listeners upon first hearing either. As the disciples and Jesus crossed the lake in a boat, a huge storm blew in and the disciples panicked. I would have panicked like those disciples too. It's a natural reaction, right? After Jesus calmed the storm, Jesus also rebuked the disciples for their being so afraid and their lack of faith. What's going on here? Jesus' rebuke revealed a connection between fear and lack of faith. Fear is having a feeling in the midst of a circumstance that might turn out badly. Feelings are just that. They're an emotional response to a circumstance. It's okay to acknowledge those feelings, but we don't have to act on them. We have a choice to act on faith instead. Jesus had invited the disciples to go over to the other side, and the disciples could have believed those words and acted on faith. When the storm came, the disciples could have remembered the words of Jesus. What would acting in faith look like? It would not be accusing Jesus of not caring. Growing up in a traditional non-Christian Chinese home, I tend to believe circumstances are my fate. I can easily allow circumstances and my feelings to overwhelm me instead of relying on the Word of God and acting boldly in faith. By daily remembering God's invitation to a life of adventure, I am learning to live and act in faith.